One thing that kind of sucks about getting older that I've noticed is the excitement around birthday parties. It's not really quite there anymore. And I'm sure many other folks out there probably feel similarly. There's no longer the same sort of magic and joy around birthdays and birthday parties as when you were a little kid. Luckily, however, I recently stumbled upon this video that has rekindled my flame, which has brought that sparkle back to my eye as I've witnessed this squad of praying mantises rehearsing for a surprise birthday party. As you can see here, this is the quintessential Mantis crew lineup. You've pretty much got every personality stereotype going on. You've got the leader of the bunch, Mr. Green here up front, and he's really monitoring the whole situation. He was probably the organizer of this surprise party. And of course, you've got the little guy, the spunky little guy. This perhaps is Mr. Green's younger brother, and he's just making sure, everything's in position, making sure everything is lined up and in proper form, proper technique. And then in the back right, we've got the goofball of the bunch. Look at this wacky individual here. You can tell he's the life of the party. He's the zaniest of the bunch. He's the real Okuyasu comedic relief, and he's just here to have a good time. He might not even know whose birthday it is, but he's going to be the life of the party regardless, and everybody's going to be palling around with this dude. Then in the back, you've got the quiet, more introverted guy, but he's got a soft spot in his heart, and he really cares about his friend, and so he's throwing his all into just the most outright perfect performance. He's just trying to demonstrate his friendship through the only way he knows how, because he's a bit socially awkward, and that's just holding his position, holding the line, and embodying the strength of his friendship through his resolve in holding this particular pose. And last but not least, you've got the muscle of the operation. He may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but you know that if shit ever hits the fan, you can count on this guy to have your back. If things get a little scrappy with the rival Mantis gangs, he's going to be there for you. He's the enforcer. He's the sheriff of patties. He has got a heart of gold underneath that brawny steel exterior. You can tell that this isn't their first time in front of the camera because they are just extremely photogenic. And look at the leader here, Mr. Green. He's just perfectly filling that stereotype leader role. He's going around and making sure everybody is in the right place, has got the right form. He's lining up the appendages, lining up the slicers, and as soon as everything's ready, right back to posing. And as you can see here, as the hand enters into the frame and the threat is detected, Mr. Green does an ocular pat down to visually identify the threats, the risks of the situation. And only notice here, only once the finger starts going towards his little brother, his little homie, he launches out an attack. He's watching it the whole time. Watch this head turn, pivots to assess the danger, and only lashes out when he feels it is an absolute necessity to do. What's truly incredible is the versatility of this crew does not stop there. Of course, they could throw one hell of a surprise birthday party, but the real magic in this Mantis crew, this Mantis squadron, is the adaptability. I mean, these five mantises, manti, I don't know what you say, but we're rolling with it. They could just as easily be at home at a football game when somebody is kicking a field goal, or a YMCA get together, or hell, even Six Flags on the roller coaster. It truly just looks like a fun bunch to be around, and they're just practicing living their best life. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to share this Mantis crew with all you folks out there, and hopefully they rekindle the same flame and enjoyment of birthdays and surprise birthday parties for all of you out there as they did for me. Thanks for tuning on in, and we'll catch you next time. Adios, amigos.